let me see how real this is. Let me see how truthful this is. That if you seek it, is it true that you'll find it and get what you need and want and or what you want to have in life? Is that real? Is that true? I had to see it for myself. I didn't just want to, somebody to talk about it and that was it. That was not the end all for me. It wouldn't sit well with me.
What's up, everybody? This is Tiger White, and I'm here for your Motivational Monday.
No matter what I do in life, no matter where I go in life, if I'm not helping people, if I'm not giving back, what I did in life really doesn't matter. You know why it doesn't matter? If I was just to think about myself, do all these things, and then I leave this world and I didn't spread the word and let people know, then what? It dies with me. It was in vain. It didn't make any sense. I mean, it could have made some sense because I did it. Yeah, ooh, clap my hands for myself. Yeah, because if someone like me can come from nothing, I mean, absolutely nothing. I remember times when I was growing up and, my parents didn't even have nothing but a head of lettuce and some mustard in the refrigerator, and I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? Put some mustard on some lettuce and make something out of it. I just couldn't see that was it. So I kept striving, and I sought more knowledge. I went to college, and college wasn't the end all. I got my master's, that wasn't the end all. Got even more training, and I mean, so many things that I never in a million years would have imagined that I would be doing. I did by sticking to that and living up to that word and saying, seeking ye shall find. Man, I was like, listen, I'm going to do what I need to do. So in the end, hopefully I live long enough to, where I can look at life and say, you know what, that was well worth it. I never thought, speaking or teaching or anything like that was in, the scope of work for me. Never in a million years. I would have never thought that. But unfortunately, half the time when God tells you to do something, it's probably not what you had in your mind that you were going to do. It's true. So if there were times when I would go into a room and I'm like, man, I don't feel comfortable going into this room. And I was just like, what the heck is, what could be the worst thing that comes out of this? They tell me no, or they don't like me, that I wasn't good enough. So I did it anyway. I was like, that's the worst thing they could tell me is no. You're not the one. Okay. So I went in the room anyway. Yes, I had some no's. I had some people, look at me and say this and say that or whatever the case may be. I didn't care. I was like, man, I'm standing up for myself. I'm competing against myself because I wanted to know if this word that God gave us is true, if it's real, and it's true, and it's real. And you know how, what is the biggest thing that, guides us through that scripture of seek and ye shall find, knock and the door will be open to you. What is it? It's faith. Faith is the substance of all things. It is. Faith, real faith. Not just, I'm going to, this place and they're telling me about faith and yeah, I got faith. No. Faith comes from, you have to still have faith when people tell you no. You still have to have faith when, you don't have a certain type of education and you're trying to go somewhere. You have to have faith through all of that. Through people talking about you, through people having something to say. People don't always have something to say. So get out of your head thinking that people know who you are. They didn't create you. They don't know. They don't know. They're only perceiving who you are based off what they see on the outside. And they don't know. Trust me. They will never know. They can perceive and think and, all this other stuff, but don't get too caught up in that stuff, because you will get distracted away from what God created you for. Set yourself up, seek, and you will find. Knocking, the door will be open to you. But you have to stand on faith. Have real faith. Be honest with yourself. Be truthful with yourself. Truth matters too. Truth and faith go hand in hand with each other. Hand in hand with each other. Because, when you go to a place and, you go in that room, you knock on the door and they open the door and they tell you no, you have to go back home and really, talk to yourself and really be truthful with yourself. Why did they tell me no? What do I need to work on? What do I need to get better at? So when the next time I knock on their door, they open the room for me and I can shut that door and I don't have to come right back out with my head down. There's another saying, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. So I come to you today as Tiger White, telling you the truth, hoping that this truth will set you free, and I'm doing this out of love. Truth and love go hand in hand. You can't have love without the truth, and you can't have truth without love. They go hand in hand. So, seek, ye shall find. Knock, and that door will be open to you. I leave that with you today. I'm Tiger White. I'm out. I love you guys. Peace.